Hello and welcome to my childhood bedroom. As you all know, perhaps if you've been watching the last few vlogs, I am back on the West Coast in the San Francisco Bay Area where I grew up. I've been having a great time and really enjoying seeing friends, seeing places that I haven't been to in a while. All of that has been great, but another big piece of me being home right now is that my parents are in the process of preparing the house to be sold and to move. I am kind of starting to clean out my room, and it's definitely a bit strange because I have, this was my room and it still looks the same as it did when I was basically growing up. There's like a lot of different things that I have memories of and just a lot of different pieces and moments of my life that are kind of in this room. And so even though I think, it's going to be a longer process of getting everything ready to actually sell the house, I just thought it would be kind of fun maybe to show you all a few things and reminisce a little bit on parts of my life because it's not always going to be here. I'm just going to wander around, find some stuff, and I don't know, this is kind of just a testament and an appreciation, I guess, of my childhood. So let's start with this side of the room. We've already cleared out some stuff on the top. You can see the cobwebs. But okay, let's see. We have some stuff here. This was my first iPhone. I think this is the iPhone 4S. This was actually not my first cell phone. My first cell phone was a Motorola Sliver. And at this time, I remember the Razors were actually more popular, like the flip phones, but I got a Motorola Sliver. And I remember that my parents didn't let me have a phone until I was 13, which maybe still feels kind of young, but at the time basically all of my friends already had cell phones, and so I remember getting my first cell phone and wearing out the keys because I texted so much, and it was one that obviously wasn't touch screen, it was actual physical buttons, and so I wore out the paint on it because I texted so much. It's so interesting to me to see how the iPhone has changed because like this is tiny in comparison to my current phone, and there's still the home button, but there's also some parts of the designs that still have stayed. Like my current iPhone is also kind of rectangular like this, so it's interesting to see how iPhones have kind of evolved over the years. I really liked this one. Probably like 4 gigabytes of storage. It did not have a lot of storage on it, but yeah, I haven't seen this in a while. So these are flashcards, I believe, from 2nd grade. So let's see what's in them. So this is interesting because these are all the characters that I would memorize and stuff and have to learn. But you can see that, you can tell they're kind of old because they have the Bopamafa on the side instead of Hanyuping. So this was a different way that you would kind of, based on phonetics, that you would know how to pronounce this. So this is May. So I think this is M and A, maybe, or A. So you would combine them together, like the sounds, and it would tell you how to pronounce this word. So it was May. And then same thing for this. So this is like Jin, and so you can see the phonetic pronunciation on the side. But these are old. Let's see if I can actually remember everything on here. So we have Mei, Jian, Shu, Xue, Ke, Bu, Wan Shang. There's certain characters, and I'll put this one here, but like the way this is written in Bopomofa, it's very confusing for me to read this because it doesn't automatically register with me the way that Hanyu Pinyin does. So it's easier sometimes for me to just look at the character because I recognize these two characters, but if I try to read the Bopomofa, I get confused. I'm not going to bore you all with reading all of these, but I think I feel fairly confident that I know 2nd grade words. So that's a start. That's something. So as you can see, I also have like 3rd grade words and more. Oh, here are all my shot glasses from when I went abroad. So I got a shot glass in every country that I went to when I was abroad. So I guess I could show you all of the different ones. This would be kind of a, okay, so we have, this is back here. This is Prague. I remember really liking this boot. So this is Prague. My first actual like sort of solo trip abroad, I guess, because I flew to Prague by myself, but I was meeting my friend there, so maybe not, but Prague, Poland, Barcelona, London. What's this one? This one might have been Brussels, Athens, Greece, Paris, Monte Carlo, Amsterdam, and I think this one back here is Italy. Yeah, this is Italy. What else is there? Oh my gosh. I don't know if anyone else remembers this. From, like, if you grew up in the United States, I feel like there's a high likelihood that you had to learn how to play the recorder for some reason. I don't know why, but I still have my recorder from, this must have been middle school, but I don't think I still remember how to play anything. Yeah, it doesn't sound very good, so. I really liked Harry Potter. I read all the Harry Potter books. I did read all of the Nancy Drew books too. I went through a ring obsession when I was in my freshman year. So I used to wear like 3 rings every day, and I would go to Forever 21 and I would buy basically any ring that I thought was cute, and then I would just wear rings. Oh my gosh, I can't even fit these on my fingers. I kind of have like big knuckles. Like I would have worn, I'm not even joking, like I would wear this. Like I would go to school in my polo because I had a uniform. Like we all had uniforms. I went to Catholic high school. So the ways that I tried to express myself were through rings freshman year, I guess. And so I would go to school and like this would be what I would be wearing on my fingers. And it just, I mean, to be honest, now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, that's kind of cute, right? I mean, it's a little extra. And other people, I feel like that year I was kind of known for being into rings, but I think that faded after freshman year. I'm at my closet. I remember this. This was my badge from when I worked at Nike. This was my first retail job. Actually, I think first and only retail job because I just worked food service afterwards. But we would have to wear so at Nike, basically, we used to wear these so people knew our names, and then also just if we had a second language ability, like that we could help them if they spoke another language, which I only spoke with someone in Mandarin like once, I think, but we had to, it was kind of nice because you got like free, like 3 free pairs of clothing basically because you had to wear Nike clothes when you worked. And then we also got like extra goodies for when there was like Marathon Monday, because we all had like very specific Boston Marathon gear that we wore that weekend. But I also remember the discount was really good. The discount was like 40%, and I wish I had utilized it a little bit more and bought more stuff because I only used it once, and I got this like Jordan's kind of quarter length thing. This was the only thing I actually bought with my Nike discount. I don't know. I think it's cute. I would still wear this. I worked there for like probably like 4 months, and I was like paid $12 an hour or something like that, which at the time seemed like a lot of money, and now I know is not that much money actually. Yeah, I remember it was really fun. It was also, the Nike store on Newberry Street was also, most of the staff there were BIPOC, and I remember that felt really nice because up until that point I was in my 2nd semester of college, and I had basically only been on campus for the most part, and it was predominantly white and very affluent. And so when I stepped into the Nike store, I remember feeling very happy because it felt more like just feeling more diversity and like, I don't know, it felt more familiar to me. I had a great appreciation for working at the Nike store because I made some friends, and also it just felt like a cool way to connect with other people in Boston who didn't go to the school that I went to. Like, one other thing that happened when I was working at Nike is that I saw Kevin Hart. Okay, I also have these two things. So this is like not a hacky sack, but it's like the Chinese. What you do is you try to kick it and like keep it up, and then this is like a Chinese yo-yo. Start with my Chinese yo-yo. See if I can do it. Cool. Okay. I think it was whistling. I mean, I probably looked really chaotic doing it, but it was whistling. Okay, I think my goal is gonna be to try and get 3. Okay. I don't really feel like that counts. It's a little more exertion than I thought it was gonna be. I guess we'll see if this video even ends up, I don't know, I thought this was like a slightly fun, interesting thing perhaps. Fun tribute, I guess, to my childhood bedroom. It was nice to kind of see some of this stuff and remember and reminisce. See, I'd be curious to know, I don't know, like if you still have your access to your childhood bedroom, do you still have stuff from your childhood kind of just lying around, or is your childhood bedroom, has it changed as you've grown up? Let me know, and I hope that you have a great week, and I will see you in the next one.